Budget Blinds. Visit their showroom or call today for a free in-home consultation.
This is Newcap News with Bart Padiasic.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. We begin tonight with slick conditions on area highways. Everyone walked away from a crash involving two vehicles north of Lloydminster this afternoon. This pickup truck collided with a flatbed semi traveling in the same direction on Highway 17. RCMP and emergency crews arrived on scene shortly after it happened.
Road conditions in the whole area are deteriorating. Over the next few days we're expecting some more snow, so I just advise people to slow down and respect the road conditions.
Police say icy roads and blowing snow were to blame for the collision. And this was a scene last night north of the city, just after a pickup truck heading north on Highway 17 collided with a semi facing south.
Unsafe left-hand turn causing the collision, and the pickup truck was unable to stop in time.
Okay.
Thankfully, the occupants of the pickup truck sustained no life-threatening injuries.
And police add the driver of the semi-truck only sustained one minor injury. Well, with the new year comes new resolutions for many. The Alberta government has a few of their own. As we move into 2016, the fine for distracted driving has been increased along with the amount of demerit points.
Distracted driving is something that can affect more than just yourself. If you look down and take your eyes off of the road, you could cause a collision, injuring somebody else. Nobody wants to hurt or cause a collision, but by doing and taking part in distracted driving, those are some of the risks that you have to deal with.
The rising issue has claimed the lives of many and has been the root cause of more than 80,000 convictions since the law came into effect in 2011. Now, in order to combat this, the fine has been raised in Alberta from $172 to $287, making it the highest fine in Western Canada. Top of that, demerits have increased from 0 to 3 points per infraction.
The addition of 3 demerits is something that will be utilized and will help drive home the point of being attentive as you drive.
An accumulation of 15 demerit points or more within a 2-year period will result in a suspension of your license. The president of the Lloydminster Concerned Citizens for Seniors Care Society is speaking out about what he believes to be inadequate ambulance service. Lloydminster ambulances operate at an EMT level of service, and Graham Brown says that is jeopardizing lives in the community. Hannah Tita has more.
We think that there's lives that are at stake. That many of the calls, some of the calls where there's negative outcomes when the ambulance gets there, you wonder, you know, if there was a paramedic there, would it have been a more positive outcome?
Graham Brown is frustrated with the ambulance service in Lloydminster. He believes it should be fully staffed with paramedics. The Concerned Citizens for Senior Care Society has been trying for close to a year to make that happen. Brown says there are a lot of things EMTs are restricted from doing, such as administering drugs to patients en route to a hospital.
We've had situations where a doctor has had to ride the ambulance to Edmonton to make sure that that patient is okay until they get there. That's ridiculous.
Most communities, like Vermilion and North Battleford, have paramedic services.
In other cases, what they've done is they've called for paramedics to come from Vermilion. So we sit here and wait until a paramedic gets here.
Brown says our MLAs have been writing letters and conducting meetings trying to resolve the issue. Now he is calling for more public pressure from the community. The Concerned Citizens for Senior Society plans to set up a meeting with the Saskatchewan Minister of Rural Health next week to push for a higher level of ambulance care.
It's a matter of just finding out what those stumbling blocks are, but there needs to be a will to fix it. There has to be a will from somewhere, and that would have to come, I think, from our health ministers. And so our community needs to let those people know that get it fixed.
Hannah Tita, Newcap News.
Well, it's something most Canadians take for granted. You probably read every day without even thinking about it, but some people aren't that lucky. And that's why Lloydminster's Catholic School Division has decided to celebrate Family Literacy Day for an entire month. Jeremy Thompson has more in this week's Beyond the Classroom.
It's quiet in the library at St. Mary's School. As far as grade 5 students Oakley McWayne and MJ Hine are concerned, it's the perfect reading environment.
I like reading because it's better than watching movies, and you get to sit down somewhere and relax.
I like reading books that are really action-packed.
As students, they read all the time, but this January the school is encouraging the whole family to get involved.
Family Literacy Day is on January 27th, and it's an annual celebration to celebrate everything reading and books.
Schools in the Catholic Division are promoting family literacy all month long. To librarian Sandra Sims, it's only natural.
We celebrate literacy tremendously because it's an extremely important skill that our children need.
She says reading is needed for nearly everything we do, from video games to gym class. That's why it's important to encourage family reading time in all capacities.
It can be, let's read the book, but not necessarily read the whole thing. It can be just picking out bits and parts of it and having fun with it, discussing it.
I like reading with my family because you get to read it out loud with them instead of just reading in your head.
It's just more loving, and we can get to know each other better.
On the 27th, St. Mary's is hosting a Family Literacy Day celebration with coffee and muffins for the parents and juice and a free book for the kids. Jeremy Thompson, Newcap News.